And welcome everybody once again to a Safe Place podcast, and here we have another guest on this week, which is Daniel Rusby. And talk to us about what it is that you do then, Daniel.
So, I do angel readings with angel cards for the collective consciousness. I have a YouTube channel and I'm trying to reach out to people to help them find a bit of, clarity about things that are going on in their lives, and it can be anything from relationships to, work, jobs, just any troubles, anything that's troubling them can be. The angels answer you through the cards. Divination.
So when the angels reveal some sort of truth for that individual that's sitting in front of you in that moment,
it feels great to help people and give them an answer, because they, we do wander the earth a bit clueless sometimes, and we get worried and we have unnecessary stress. So this helps to alleviate the unnecessary stress. It gives them a chance to have, a bounce in their step. That's what I always say. It gives you a bounce, and it puts you for the week or the day. It gives you, you know that someone else is there listening to what's going on for you. They've got an answer, which is always a nice thing, a nice answer.
So they learn something about themselves through that process. The angels reveal something that's innately true for them, that
definitely
probably missing in normal everyday consciousness.
It resonates with them exactly. Out of, say, 44 cards or sometimes 70 something cards, it always resonates with that person, exactly the 3 cards that I'll draw for them, and it will be a past, present and future of either what's going on for them generally, or if they want to ask a question, then it's like a direct question, then it will answer that direct question.
Do you mind if I just ask, it seems like a strange thing for a young man especially to fall into. How did you stumble into these angel cards?
So through tragedies in my life, through the darkness came the light, and through losing my baby, who was 4 months old, he was premature. I didn't realise it at that time, but I started to change. Your mind starts to change. You start to realise there's something more going on in this world when you lose someone. So my wife is into tarot and into crystals and stuff like that. So she had these angel cards. She had tarot cards. She never really used the angel cards. She used the tarot cards, and I picked them up, played with them for a bit, thinking skeptically, these just a load of rubbish. And I was just shocked at the clarity of them, and that they basically shuffle themselves and reveal themselves as if by magic. I've never been to a magic school or David Blaine's School of Magic or any of this kind of thing, but these cards are magic, and the magic is your spirit touching those cards. Once you start shuffling them, it's like static electricity. It's like when you rub a balloon on your head, it creates that energy in the card. So I'm thinking something, I'm asking a question, or you're sitting there and I'm doing the reading on you. It's gonna answer what's going on with you. You've given me permission, so then the cards start flicking.
I'm quite fascinated, because I'm not a believer or a non-believer, but I do believe that there is magic and there is stuff that can happen, and what makes no sense in a way. So I'm really fascinated, because you're gonna hopefully do a reading.
It's just, all I can describe it as in my mind, it's like looking at it, it's like static electricity. When you lift up the cards with your human force, you're picking them up like that, and then a card just whips out on its own. It's like static pushes them out, and it's that card. You don't deny that card. That card is meant for you. If it falls out, it's yours. That kind of thing.
It's exciting to hear, isn't it? And I'm definitely open to it. I think about a year ago, maybe 16 months ago, I had an experience with Daniel where he revealed some cards to me, and I would say I was open-minded, but there's a little bit of scepticism there as well. But when he revealed the 3 cards to me, it was resounding how much it impacted where I was emotionally at the time, and spiritually in a sense, and where I was stuck psychologically. Each one of those cards really resonated with what I was going through at the time. So do you feel comfortable and ready to reveal and go through the process of what it is that you do?
I can show you it, So these were the first cards that I used. These are the daily guidance from your angels, and these are Dorian Virtue. I did bring some others along which are angel therapy, but I'm going to use these because these were the first ones that I used.
And was you said you were sceptical as well at the start?
Yeah, I just thought they're just cards, aren't they? And there's nothing magic about them. First thing I notice is that there's like a gold strip around the edges. They're not like normal cards. They've got this metallic, which I think is something to help them move. Do you know what I mean? You can see how they move.
I feel like a little touch of anxiety now because you know something's going to be revealed that probably you don't want to look at.
That it's not that they only answer what's going on for you. They don't try and hurt you. They're only so you have 2 angels on your back. Every person is born with these angels. This is what I discovered from these cards, is that you've got a guardian angel and a spirit guide.
Yeah.
And they're only trying to protect you in your life. So they've got messages they've been trying to reveal to you in your sleep. They're trying to reveal it to you in your day to day, and you're not listening.
Well, already you've made me feel better about it.
So to reset the cards, you start off by knocking on the cards. That resets the vibration on the cards, yeah? To that person. If I've let you touch them or anyone else touch them, then I just bring them back to reset. So I always do that anyway. Okay. So who am I doing the reading for? Am I going to do it for...
Go for Craig's.
Yeah. But we don't need to know what's happening in your life, so the people won't know what's going on for you, but you know what's happening.
Yeah, and we've only met 2 minutes ago as well.
Exactly that.
Because there is people out there that will try and break down after you've done...
Of course.
What exists in the cards. They're going to try and break this down logically, because it's hard to believe in something, even when you say about there's a guardian angel. People straight away say, oh no, I don't believe in that.
And they're entitled to that opinion. The most important thing for us is the idea that these cards, for somebody seeking some sort of knowledge and wisdom and some alleviation from suffering, that means the whole world to them, and that's what's important to us, isn't it?
It gives you the power to be a medium. Yeah, so you're your own medium with these cards, and you can learn to connect with your angels, and you start to understand the messages. Yeah. So if someone's speaking to you about something, you start to be able to talk to them without the cards, and the stuff that I reveal to people ends up becoming, when I do a reading, the cards are saying exactly what I've just said.
Are you excited?
So I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Excited.
So I reset the vibration for Craig, yeah? I ask for true, honest answers for the highest good of all, for Craig, yeah? And we ask Archangel Michael to protect us during this reading, because Archangel Michael is our protection. He's the right hand of God, yeah? So you start to shuffle the cards for Craig. As I lift them up, you start to feel that card. Okay. I'm going to say that one.
And once you've selected the 3 cards, then you just hold them up to the camera so people can see what it is.
So
that's
first
being
card,
revealed.
Entrepreneur.
I've never experienced any psychic thing, or I've never seen
the second
like
card.
this.
Reward yourself.
This is all brand new to me.
I'll put the cards back in so you can see this. Like, it's like static. It's like the cards are going nuts. You've obviously not had a reading before. They're getting quite excitable. So just see, like that's your card. For me, I like to shuffle the cards and select each. I like them to show me each card straight. Like I don't, if multiple cards.
Yeah.
I might look at it and think, and put it back, and then that card will come again. So I knew that was what they were trying to say. Okay. You know, like they answer that question to me. I've doubted them many times, but every time the same card. I've pulled the same card 4 times. I've put the card back, and then it's suddenly at the front again. Yeah. It's just weird.
And
like
you spot this.
You're like, you get to a point where you want to throw them on the floor. If you're going to deny them, they'll show you.
I've got you.
Directly to you, yeah?
Okay. So what cards we got there then, Daniel, just to clarify for Craig?
So we got Entrepreneur, Reward Yourself, and Giving and Receiving. Yeah? This is your past, your present and your future. So your past of your question, which you didn't ask a question. So they're answering everything what's going on at the moment for you.
Okay.
Okay? Entrepreneur. Self-empowerment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. Then you flip to the book. The guidebook then gives you more description about the card. It's all in alphabetical order, so it's much easier to find the card. Okay, this card comes to you because you're well suited to self-employment. You have the ideas, the drive, and the self-discipline required for entrepreneurial work, yet self-doubts make you hesitate. The angels reassure you that you have what it takes to succeed as an entrepreneur. They will guide and support you along the way, and as long as you follow through on this action, your success is assured. And then it's additional meanings for this card. And when I say additional meanings, it's not all of them for you, but you know which one I'm talking about when I say it, and you feel like a tingling, like goosebump feeling.
I'm already feeling that feeling.
So that feeling.
I'm already feeling that feeling already, because I've wanted to work self-employed now for the last 3 years since I started to find out about psychology.
And that's 3 years.
It's the magic.
And that's the past.
Yeah.
See how that resonates with you?
Yeah, I've just set up trying to go self-employed caring agency. I only have one client at the moment, which I absolutely love. So I really am driving to get to that point. So already that's a good connection.
And there's 44 cards in there. If I showed you the others, you can easily see that they wouldn't relate to that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've all got different meanings. So anyway, additional meanings. Your ideas for a business are sound. Ease out of your present job by moonlighting with your desired business idea. Take action as you're required with respect to your career. Fully commit to succeeding in your new business.
I think I can every one of them. It's exactly spot on.
So then that's every single one of them. Do you know that kind of thing? You don't have to question it, you just know it.
Yeah.
That's your inner guidance, that's your guardian angel telling you yes, those goosebumps.
Yeah.
That's what you start to realise. They're there with you. They're the ones giving you those tingles. That gut feeling when he says to you, don't trust that person, or don't get in that car and there's an accident, or you do get times where you have in your life that you get this gut feeling, don't you?
Yeah.
And when you listen to it, it's the right choice.
That's it.
And when we make a mistake, it's not.
Yeah.
Don't listen to your
sold on the idea.
No, it's just
It's changed my life, and I was a skeptic, and I was a person that wouldn't have believed. I would have sat on your side and said, no, I don't know. But now, this changed my life fully in a massive circle.
Even logically, just, you could say every card can connect with a story of your life, but to have one where I say to my girlfriend every day, God, I want to work self-employed, I wouldn't have this problem with higher management and this, there's a lot of corruption in higher management in all businesses, and I'm just like, God, I'd love to be the one at the top, not for the money aspect of it, but just for the, I know it would be clear cut.
They're telling you to get moonlighting on that. They're saying it there, like, start looking to at least try you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Don't give up on your dreams. Believe in them, and you'll make them reality.
Yeah.
Manifest your dreams.
So that's a good first card then.
It's a cracker.
Reward yourself is the present, because we all forget to do this. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood and motivation at a constantly high level. You drew this card because it's time to reward yourself for all your hard work. Everyone needs rewards, and you're no exception. A treat will boost your energy, mood and motivation. Invest in yourself and make time for self-care today. Give yourself a much desired item, trip or service. Notice how your inner child blooms with joy with this loving attention. Additional meanings. Take the day off from work today. Splurge on a treat for yourself. Balance giving with receiving. Make sure that you're not allowing yourself to receive. Appreciate all that you've done.
This sounds good. This sounds like I've asked you to make sure you get this card out. So I can take a day off work on Monday and go and treat myself. That sounds
How
good
often
to me.
do you say that to yourself?
Well, to be honest, I have a thing. Again, Jessica will be watching this obviously in the future. We'll be watching this and agree with this. I never treat myself.
Yeah.
I don't like anything in a way to ever reward myself. So again, that one.
Just go back to balance giving with receiving, because it's all about balance. Life is a balance, and that our third card is giving and receiving.
Yeah.
With the future. Yeah, so they want you to learn how to balance yourself here.
Yeah.
It's nice how the cards run into each other there.
Yeah. Do you see that? There's no mistake in my mind that they're the 3 cards they would have chosen for
There's
you.
a flow to those cards, isn't there?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wonder through the psychological terminology of the receiving bit, why I wouldn't receive. Do you know what I mean?
You block yourself because you don't think you're worthy. You know, like your children, your wife, and there's like, you're always, as human beings, we're always trying to give everything to our families, our friends. We're always trying to help. You know, like even if we're not that giving, everyone does it. They give a lot of themselves and then forget about the most important thing, you. Yeah. Because how can you give to people if you just drain yourself to the ground?
Yeah.
You haven't got anything left to give.
Well, I'll go to the shop and I'll take pictures of clothes and stuff and send it to my girlfriend and my mum and my brother and say, do you want this for your son, blah blah blah. And the whole time spent in the shop, I've never come across anything for me, or maybe thinking of it, I don't really look either.
So that's what they're trying to say, is like, reward yourself with more things for yourself. Treat yourself to things that you need, you know, things that you're worthy of getting, which, you know, could be clothes, but also I'd say time for yourself, like meditation. Going for a massage is another very good way to relax yourself.
Yeah. And the key word there is that finding that balance between giving and receiving, isn't it?
Yeah. That's definitely something that's open.
Let's see what the future card says so we can link these, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. The entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalations and exhalations. When you only exhale, give, or only inhale, receive, you become out of rhythm with the universe. For optimal health, energy, and replenishment, balance each inhalation in your life with an exhalation. The angels sent this card to you because your giving and receiving ratios has been out of balance lately. If you've been giving much more than you're receiving, you're likely to be feeling that others are taking advantage of your kindness. If your imbalance is in receiving more than giving, you may have felt uneasy, depressed, or even guilty. While it's impossible to perfectly balance giving and receiving each day, you can strike a healthy balance to do so. Make sure that you give something like time, money, a gift, or compliments on a daily basis without expecting anything in return. On the same day, be gracious receiver to unexpected offers of help, compliments, and other gifts. Say thank you without embarrassment or guilt. In relationships where you're the primary giver, express your needs and ask for help.
Yeah.
Which we all forget to do, don't we? Babe, can you just help me with this?
Yeah. No, that's a lovely set of cards.
That's opened my eyes to, to receive. I have felt the giving to other people and not receiving the same when I give out, and then that makes you feel bad and sort of.
It's just fascinating how those cards have made you conscious of things that you was actually unconscious of going on inside of you. That giving too much and not even acknowledging your own worth and what you're worth to receive.
And it's almost given me a green light to say, do you know what, why not try it, why not do it? And it makes sense now as well, even though I've not thought this before. It makes sense to, like, you say about the energy and stuff. If you're giving completely without returning, you would be out of sync with the natural flow of nature.
They say it's yin and yang, it's all about balance. It's like to find ultimate balance is like you're at the state of nirvana.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing to attain. We all make mistakes.
And how does it make you feel, Daniel, knowing that you've just allowed that energy and that process to take place?
Great.
And you can see Craig feels lifted and rejuvenated by it.
It does feel great, and like it takes a little piece of my energy to give it to the people, and like I don't mind. Like if I can give to everyone, I just want to heal this world as much as possible and help as many people as I can before I die.
Well, we've
all been there and like took from the earth, and now it's time to give back. When you've realised about spirituality, it doesn't mean that you have to believe a religion. It's something that's all religions and all spiritual practices and all ancient cultures had. They realised there was something behind them, above them, something that was, whether they saw it or not, doesn't mean you see it.
I think this is a great thing, just to go back to our podcast of mental health. Now, with your circumstances and your story and the tragedy in your life, you could have projected your life into a different polarised opposite to this.
Definitely.
You've gone to helping others.
Yeah.
What a fantastic gift you've learned from the worst pain of your life, the dark place. And I think this is what we talk about all the time, isn't it? You can do this path, or another Have you ever seen that film Sliding Doors, Gwyneth Paltrow, when she has two different lives and you watch both of them? Another you could be sitting here now talking about how you're addicted to certain drugs and certain things because of this pain. So this highlights to me, this lad has stumbled across something, does something good for others, which brings him something. It's just
through the loss and pain and the suffering that you've been through, he's manifested that into something beautiful, which is just really trying to help and support people, isn't it?
So this is brilliant.
And he shows the potential for all of us. Anyone that's going through pain, we can be with that pain for a while and be authentic with it. But the potential is, do I hold the pain inside me and turn it inwards, and so it destroys me, all the people in my life, or do I do something like Daniel, which is I'll use that pain now to help people?
7 years ago, my son, he would be 7 years old now.
Yeah.
You know, and I've discovered this, I'd say it's about knocking on around 3 years now. So I didn't realise I was in pain at the time, and I was holding him here. His spirit was still with me. He wouldn't leave me until I was okay. And as I discovered this stuff, it's like a massive weight lifted off my body. It's like in a meditation feeling, you know, like lifting me up off the ground. And I cried, you know, it's like just pure emotion. And I just saw the world from a different eye. From that day, I looked outside and I was like, this world is amazing.
And how beautiful.
When that look at the flowers.
When that emotion comes up, it really feels it from the heart, doesn't it? There's so much healing when we allow that emotion to just lift from within us.
And you had a filter sort of blocking you from seeing that before, didn't you? And this is what we talk about all the time, is this is the pain.
Yeah.
We don't know how to deal with pain, and we...
I think, like you said, a lot of people deal with it in bad ways. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm innocent, but you learn from growing as a person, and going through life experiences either turns you, like you said, at a crossroads. You're always in your life at a crossroads. You can choose to go left or right.
The thing is, you're still an inspiration there, because you just expressed that with that difficulty that you went through, you did go down some difficult routes.
Definitely.
But you've managed to come out.
I managed to pull myself back, and if it wasn't for, I'm going to say the word God and angels and spirits, to know that my son was okay, you know, to really finally realise I will see him again, you know, that feeling
lots of love on it, it's lovely having someone like yourself sit down and just through your own experience be able to help so many people, not just through the cards, but through your own story, Daniel.
Thank you,
we really appreciate you, mate.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless you, mate.
Stay safe.
Alright. So let's talk a little bit then about how people can find you, Daniel.
Okay. So I have a YouTube channel which is called my name, Daniel Rusby. It's just through on YouTube. Just type in Daniel Rusby, and then that you can follow, like, share my videos. Would be lovely. I'm just doing it to help one person. I'm not bothered if it's like trying to make fame and money. I'm just trying to reach out to everyone that needs me.
You said something about the collective.
Sorry.
So what is that? What you do?
So I reached out to my friends on Facebook, and then that grew from there to someone saying to me, have you heard of the collective consciousness? Now I know that that's where we're all supposed to be heading. We're supposed to be heading back to oneness consciousness, where we're all collectively on the same path, you know, like we're all together in this, we're not here alone. So collectively I do a reading for the world. So every single person hears that reading, I ask a question, it's directed to the whole world.
Is this daily?
Daily, yeah.
Yeah. And
then that's, you know, I do that for them, and then if people want to reach out to me, they can email me. I have an email address, freeangelreadings82@gmail.com. And then also my Facebook, you can reach out to me on Daniel Rusby, on my actual personal Facebook. I'm not shy, you know, like if people want a reading, I'll do it like a video. I'll record myself, like I've just done it for you, record myself videoing it to them, as well as take a picture of it and then take a picture of the cards on the book so that they see that. And I don't want any money from people, I want to help people. That's what I get from it, is the feeling of helping them.
Would that daily reading be different to what you've just done with me?
So I ask questions for the collective consciousness. I ask, you know, are we safe from coronavirus?
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that. You know, I ask a direct question and then they answer the cards.
So could somebody come to you with a direct question?
Yes. If they want to ask a direct question, then they have to just ask it from the heart, true honest answers. They ask the question.
I've got a question for you, Daniel. Right. Because one of the things I struggle with in my life at the moment, I've become conscious it through experiences I've had where I feel like my heart's opened and I feel like everyone that I'm around and everything that I am in presence of, I feel complete love for. Okay, and that place is like, that's like a drug to me.
Yeah.
But it's so rare.
Yeah.
Other days, most days, I struggle. There's like a block there.
Right.
So how do I try and manifest that, that state of being?
What's going wrong for you there is to do with grounding and protecting yourself from negative energy, because it starts to build up over the days, and when you're helping people in your job and you're meeting people, you're attaching like cords to them.
Yeah.
So there's routines you can take to cut the cords, you know, like to reset yourself, to be grounded. Being barefoot on the grass is a good start. Being out in nature so you can get yourself grounded. If you can start the day with a little quiet meditation, in the sense of like sinking into the ground, going into the earth.
I like the idea of that resetting myself.
Yeah, so your energy's full up. Now, a medium told me that I keep giving myself away. When I first started doing this, I was just really quickly trying to do readings for everyone and didn't realise I was giving myself away too much.
Yeah.
And he said, you're depleted, that's why you're tired. He's like, you're draining yourself, that's why you're feeling like lost connection to it. Yeah, because you are losing the connection to it because the negative's building up. So you have to reset, ground yourself, bring yourself up protected. But what I'm going to say is what the medium said, is 1.5 cups of spiritual energy. Ask every day for 1.5 cups. Why 1.5 cups? Because the cup's for you, but the half is to give to the others. Yeah, so you've always got that little bit extra, like Cadbury's, 1.5 cups of milk.
It's funny that you should say this though, because I'm feeling really happy today, and you know what happened this morning? My girlfriend wakes me up and said she's going to check, because we have sheep on a country road that have gone onto the main road, right? And she said she can hear them, and she's going to check that they're like trying to scare them back in the field. So I was like, I'll come with you. So we ended up going on a walk, and they wasn't. They'd just been moved closer to us so we could hear them.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to do anything. But we ended up going on a lovely walk first thing in the morning, which we never ever do. And I came back, and my girlfriend says, "What's wrong with you?" Because for an hour I was really
felt great, didn't you?
like I took a drug, and I was like, I don't know, I just want to talk and make jokes and prat around, and I was just hyperactive, and I thought, you know what, I've got to start the day like that. I've got to try and fit that in, whether it's 5 in the morning, to just go out, have that. I don't know what drug it was.
That's your guardian angel telling you right there, telling you now, like that feeling that you knew. That's that intuition, gut feeling, like you're like, this really works. I haven't even spoke to you about this yet, and you're really just realising that was something telling you. But when you're out in nature, you're picking up Holy Spirit, that's what they call it in the Bible. Yeah, you're picking up energy from the ground. Yeah. There's free energy out there.
It makes me take my shoes off now, go
exactly. When you see people doing this stuff, it isn't crazy, it's actually true.
It is
the ground is there.
It makes sense because you're just slowing your mind down to all the the clutter of life.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't walk this morning and think about the TV licence bill or the work on Monday that I've got to go to. I was thinking, I've got to chase a sheep. And then I was just looking at the trees, taking pictures, and it was just so beautiful to be out. And it was even the weather touches you, doesn't it? The weather hits you and you feel it, and it's just strange. It is strange.
It is like spiritual, isn't it? It's having that experience within nature. It can cleanse you, can't it?
I would say so. Yeah. All the things I've read about in all different spiritual cultures, I've read all different types of books, and it's always in nature. Every time they find an enlightenment or they go out into the woods, they climb a mountain, it's always in nature. That's where their God energy resides. That's where you can get your mind clear. If you've got a real big decision to make, go and take a walk on your own and get your head clear.
Just to clear things up then, what we'll do is on the back of this YouTube video we're going to put a link at the bottom for how to contact you and all the different avenues or platforms within the internet.
Thank you.
And once again, we just want to really say how much we appreciate you being here.
So lovely.
We've learnt from you
Thanks,
today.
Guys.
It's been one of my most enjoyable podcasts actually.
That's
really enjoyed it, so thank you.
I love seeing you guys.
You too, mate. Alright.
Take care. God bless.
There we go.
That was alright, wasn't it?
Brilliant.
I can talk all day.